first win from SK.
Thank you very much, Demon. We are joined here by Rocket's Jankos, who will be providing analysis with us for the entirety of this series.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Hello. Let's start off by asking you about the picks and bans. They already mentioned it over there. Very odd, actually. The Maokai first pick from SK, and then an All-Star Lucian coming out of Millenium in the first rotation.
I'm not sure about Alistar and Lucian pick. I think they should have went for Kog'Maw and Morgana, because it's the most OP lane in the game right now. And Alistar and Lucian will pretty much lose the lane. They won't do anything in the early game. And in my opinion, you need to do something against SK, and especially against Maokai, because late game Maokai is just unkillable. So you need to do something early, you need to snowball the game. And with Lucian and Alistar, you won't do anything.
What makes you say you need to do something versus SK? Maybe I can pose the question to you, Defisho.
Well, you're going to get outscaled. Lucian late game is not a hyper carry, and at the same time you have Aatrox against the Maokai. Maokai is this unkillable tank in the late game. Aatrox will never reach the same level. So you're going to get outscaled, which means you have to win the early mid game, but you have weaker lanes, or at least you have even lanes in that case, where as long as SK Gaming plays them like somewhat properly, they're going to do fine in the laning phase. And that was another big issue for Millenium, because as a team, they don't really make smart decisions. They don't rotate around the map. They don't take objectives by outsmarting you. They take them by killing you, and then they take an objective. So they stayed in the top lane in this 2v2, which they were losing. The tower went down very fast. It was down to like 10% HP before Cotnex showed up again. Killed and raided. They got a tower. So all of a sudden they looked fine because, again, they got a kill. Now they got a tower. But they had like 5, 6, 7 minutes where they could have taken their dual lane, swapped them down to the bottom lane, taken Dragon, and just traded the top tower, which was going to die anyway because it was so low and they were losing the lane, and then get a Dragon instead, and therefore traded tower for Dragon. They didn't do it. They ended up actually giving over the tower later on, also lost the Dragon and fell behind.
Yeah, so SK got the advantage, and then Millenium couldn't really do anything with their comp. Let's actually take a look at one of the team fights in that mid game that went on in the mid lane that you guys wanted to talk about. If we get it up on the screen in a second.
There we go. So 26 minutes in, SK Gaming is already pretty far ahead, and they are looking very good in this team fight. But we're just going to see what the comp from Millenium is supposed to do, like full dive in. So let's just roll the clip here, and Jankos, what do you think?
Millenium is just trying to go in to shut down Kog'Maw, but he actually flashes away, and they can't kill him. Now Maokai is going in, he dies. Then Ari is going in, like... SK is too far... oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
So what I wanted to say is SK was already too far ahead, and so Millenium tried to engage at them. They tried to do something, to get something, because they know that their late game is worse, and they were trying to do something. But SK was already 5 gold ahead, and they just killed them.
It was just so weird, because it is the Millenium style of like full dive in, let's just try and pick off a target. But then you log in Ziggs for the mid lane, which normally when Kerb plays it, he's been a fine champion, but it's not something he played in a while. It's a bit too passive, in my opinion, for the playstyle Millenium likes to play. Sure, it meant they could delay the game to like 45 minutes, which maybe was the tactic, I don't know, if you look back at the last best of 5 they played. But it just didn't fit in with the rest of the comp they had. And again, you fall behind, you're against a Morgana, you're against a Maokai. Who are you ever going to kill?
Yeah, interesting. We'll see what Millenium comes up with in the pick and ban phase for game 2. But now we're going to check out with you guys at home, because earlier in the show we asked you to tell us which team would win the series and why. And here's what you had to say. The first one is from @Carlblummer. Millenium win. I think Creaton is mechanically one of the best ADCs in the world, and I'm picking him to step up in the series. Jankos?
I think I agree with it, because Creaton is very good. He's very skilled AD carry, and when he gets few kills early game, he will just keep going and he will carry the game by himself.
Do you guys think you could do it on Lucian?
No. I believe Lucian is no longer a top AD carry. There are better choices. If he wants to solo carry the game for Millenium, especially in the late game, Lucian is not the champ to do it on.
All right, we'll see what he decides to go for. The second one is from @XDBlackSheep. SK win. They've always had a stronger lineup, and while individually they aren't all-stars, their team play is solid. One thing that we've repeated over and over again,
Yeah.
they do know how to play as a team.
Sure, as a team, they're great. Individual, they had some issues. When they started losing some games, they said it was because they didn't play solo queue enough, therefore they didn't play like individually, they didn't play good enough. They lost the lanes, lost the early game. Against Millenium here, they look good, team-wise. They just did what they had to do. I mean, they didn't really have to do anything special. Got the lead early on because they won the lanes and snowballed the game.
Last one is from the Arson. Depends which Millennium decides to show up. While SK is consistently good, Millennium has potential to play on a much higher level. It's something we've actually said of the Super Hot crew as well. They have a very high skill ceiling, but if they go down, they go way down.
Yeah, and honestly, in a best out of 1, which is what we have it like during the season, have this like up and down is okay because you can hit your top level. You're going to win enough games to get into the playoffs. But in a best out of 5, where teams will prepare just for you, hitting your top level is so much harder because these teams know exactly what you play, how you play, and how to counter it. And therefore, it opens up now for Millennium to pretty much have to outplay SK, just player for player, and not as a team, which is very hard to do. And we just saw it here, it didn't work. They have to change the pick and bans. A lot of work for Millennium. Maokai can once again be first pick by SK Gaming in this game because SK are blue side again, because Millennium decided to be red side. They have to ban it and give something else.
I agree with that, because Maokai pretty much carried it with Kog'Maw. Maybe this time Millennium will change their pick. Maybe they will pick Kog'Maw and Morgana, and the game can go either way.
We will see. Well, thank you guys for sending those in. And remember that you can tweet to us and let us know who you think will win before each matchup today, sending hashtag SKWin or hashtag MillWin to us at LL Esports. We have to step away for just a moment, but there's a lot of quarterfinal action just ahead in Game 2, so stay with us.